This production is brought to you by DHBN, WTHC Radio, and Stoner Records.
Hey, make it to we made it to finally Friday. Welcome to the Stoner Sports Report with Scott and Skunky. I am at home, but Skunky is somewhere else. I see a different.
Dude, I'm doing sports live from our local motocross club here in Sugar Grove, Ohio, where we have a race tomorrow.
How about that?
Yeah, so I've been working all day getting the track stuff and ready and stuff.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So we got somebody who's at home and somebody. See, how about that? The Stoner Sports Report with Scott and Skunky is broadening, going out.
Yeah.
Well,
maybe Monday we'll have some. I'll get some videos of it. Maybe we can show some of them. I don't know if that's possible.
well,
But I'll
yeah.
take a video, yeah.
Of course, we're also going to have a lot of chatter about Game 7 because the Oilers are going to win tonight, freaking tie that series up and make it crazy.
Absolutely
It's one
possible.
game.
Absolutely possible. So definitely get video if you can, and just send it
Okay.
when we get a chance.
Be very cool.
Well, I guess since it's so hot, we were supposed in the morning. We'll start with a practice, and then at 1 o'clock practice is over, and they generally start racing. But it's not a very big bunch, so I believe they are just doing practice tomorrow morning, and then since it's supposed to be a little cooler on Sunday, I think they're just going to do all the races on Sunday rather than having to do it in 100 degrees tomorrow. So,
How about that?
yeah, tomorrow, if that's the case in practice, I can ride around here wherever I want, man, and get videos. So that'd be
awesome.
cool.
If we had that on Monday,
Yeah. Well,
do a
I'll get
little
it.
cool stuff.
Sure enough.
All right. Well, hey, like I said, the talk of tonight obviously is never thought to get this far, but actually, if the Oilers win, and I honestly think they're going to,
All right.
because not only because they're at home, but let's not forget something happened. The Oilers had only scored 4 goals in 3 games, and they
Right.
scored 13 and 2.
Right. So, dude, that's just the Panthers' defense is not playing like they were in the first 3 games.
They almost look like. Well, what I've heard too is like considering how tough they played all the way through the playoffs. I mean, let's think about it. Man, they were banging the Rangers around for 6 games. Before that, they were banging Carolina. I'm not sure, but anyway, I've heard some chatter that they seem to be a little not beat up, but just kind of necessarily tired. And in sports, all it takes is just to be off by a nanosecond, and that guy's by it.
Right.
Yeah, because
That's what I say. That Florida's goalie, just like that, he could go bad and that'd be it. You know what I mean?
yeah,
For
not only
whatever.
I'm even willing to drop the 8-1 game because let's be honest, Oilers are down 3 games to none. Back's totally against the wall. Not only do they score, but it gets crazy and there's pucks that bounce off people going. Anyway, my point being is I really thought, I remember telling you that the very next game in Florida would be 2-1. I did not expect Edmonton to score
Right.
5. And neither did, nobody expected Edmonton to score 5 goals because not only was it in Florida, but they had just, not even shown up for that other game. So I'm thinking,
Right.
shit. Not only are they going to show up, but Bobrovsky's probably going to give up 1 goal. And my God, like the 6th shot, the 3rd goal went in, and I went, holy crap.
Right.
And
The guy you talk about for the Oilers, not McDavid, the other one.
Draisaitl, he's good. Yes.
He's not got a single point in the finals.
Isn't
So,
that shocking? And then you got McDavid. By the way, he is. Oh, I can't read it. He's somewhere. He's tied for the most in 3-game span with Wayne Gretzky. So I mean that's pretty good company right there. So
who's that?
I'm totally looking forward to the game because I'll tell you what, as soon as they drop the puck, there's going to be 3 guys all over McDavid. They're going to be pushing them. I mean, I can't imagine Florida. If Florida lets McDavid do it, you should watch some of the highlights. I mean, dude, he's literally skating like through people, but you should still be able to hit him, like we were saying. And I honestly think Edmonton out hit Florida in Game 5, and that's crazy. Nobody out hits Florida. So yeah,
I don't know, man. See, it should be a good one.
oh, tonight, without a doubt. But Edmonton at home, there's like 1 billion people outside the stadium. They win that game. The first off, the momentum already is on Edmonton's side. They win that game, even though they're going to Florida. Game 7s are scary because that's it, you know.
Right.
And if we get to think it, because it has been done, but I think the last time a team came back 3 games to none was like a while back. I'm not sure the exact. I don't know if our research team can get on that.
Man, I wouldn't even have to guess at who that would be.
I thought there was one that wasn't too long ago, Carolina, but I don't know if that was the Stanley Cup Finals. That might have been.
If I had to guess, I would say, man, my best guess would be when Lemieux and Yager played together for the Penguins.
If they were ever down 3 games to none, yeah. So,
but
hey, here's the thing: we don't necessarily have to throw out that information right now because if Edmonton loses tonight, well, it doesn't really matter. Then we can just move on and talk about other things. But
well, I'll tell you, Scott, I think Edmonton's going to lose tonight.
yeah, and I think they're going to win. There we go. So, and hey, the cool thing is on Monday, if Edmonton does win tonight, Game 7 is not till Monday night. So then that means we can talk about what we think is going to happen in Game 7. See, what I kind of think Edmonton's going to win tonight and lose Game 7 in Florida. So, I just coming back to the work.
If Edmonton wins, I'll cash app you whatever it costs for a Pepsi, and if Florida wins, you cash app me the Pepsi.
That's it.
There's a little gentleman's bet.
You have to roll a big old joint, and instead of smoking it, you have to eat it.
Right. Yeah. You know we ain't ever going to pay each other anyway. Hell.
Good. All right, so hey, what's going? So yeah, hey, tell us a little bit more about your day. What you've been doing?
Dude, mowing grass and putting out track markers, crap like that. Hanging up signs. Just stuff that needs done.
Are the racers there? Have you met any of the racers?
No. There are 3 people who showed up so far. So, I again assume that has to do with it being 97. You know what I mean? Hell, I don't want to be here.
How big is the track?
It's about a mile long.
Cool. What kind of cars?
Motorcycles, dirt bikes.
Oh yeah, here we go. Let's see. The NHL teams have come back from 3-0 deficit to win a playoff series, although it's rare occurrence. As of my last update, it has happened only 4 times in NHL history. 1942 Maple Leafs came back from a 3-0 series against Red Wings. That remains the only time it has happened in the Stanley Cup Final. Okay, so it's only happened once in the Stanley Cup Final. Excuse me, and that was between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Detroit Red Wings.
Yeah, that's back when there was just the 8 teams, the original 8.
Okay, and then the Islanders came back from a 3-0 series deficit against the Pittsburgh Penguins. But I'm thinking that was just a regular. So the only once in Stanley Cup Finals, we got to go back to '75.
Yeah, that's a lot. Wow.
That sorry, the Islanders beat the Penguins, coming back from 3-0 in the 2010 Conference Finals. Let's see, Boston Bruins first round. The first round, the Kings came back from a 3-0 series deficit against the Sharks. These comebacks are considered remarkable because overcoming such a deficit requires a combination of skill, resilience, and luck, especially in the high-pressure environment of the NHL playoffs.
Right.
So
Most
we did hear of 3 other, but considering, we're in the Stanley Cup Finals, then that's once. You got to go back to 1975. Well,
dude, I couldn't tell you one player off of any of those teams back then.
5. Oh, hey, those are 2. Well, let's see. I was 12. Yeah, that doesn't help. And I really didn't get into hockey almost all the way till like when I moved here and like when the Avalanche came in like '96.
Yeah.
So
We picked up on it after the 1980 Olympics when we won the gold medal.
oh yeah. Well, the movie Miracles about.
Right. We actually lived on a lake, so we could go out and ice skate and play hockey and shit.
Here's
we
one. 1980 Olympic team. Mike Aruzioni. All right. Okay, can I do anybody else?
You don't know anyone else?
Um,
Dude, the goalie team,
I could actually see them. Yeah, the goalie was Craig. Oh my gosh.
He went to Calgary.
Yeah, Craig. Right, Craig what?
Jim Craig.
Jim Craig, that's it. Okay, yeah, do you remember him?
Yeah, I can remember a bunch of them. There was Mark Johnson.
I totally saw that. That was awesome. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good. That's how everyone in my age group come across hockey. You know what I mean? When that happened.
Makes sense. We never could beat the Russians, and we won. And then, of course, if I'm not mistaken, we had to beat Sweden to win the cup. Because when we beat Russia, we didn't get the medal. We had to beat Sweden to get the medal, or Finland.
We beat Russia in the gold medal game.
And heck, I want somebody. I think the final score was 4-3. That'd be a crack up if that was the actual score.
Yeah,
Breaking news! Breaking news! All right, so I just reading here on my Fellatone. It says Barry Sanders says he's experienced heart-related health scare. Hall of Fame running back Barry Sanders experienced a heart-related health scare last week. He said in a statement posted to the social media Friday, Sanders did not offer details on the exact nature of his condition, but described the experience as unexpected and a reminder of the importance of staying vigilant about our physical well-being, even when we are feeling fine. In his statement, the Detroit Lions legend also shared his gratitude for the doctors, the nurses, the healthcare professionals who treated him. Sanders, who only turned 56 next month, went on to say that per doctor recommendation, he is taking this opportunity to prioritize my health and well-being.
Wow.
The Lions issued their own social media post saying, "Get well soon, Barry." Sanders was a 6-time All-Pro while starting for the Detroit Lions from 1989 to 98 before his sudden retirement at age 31. One of the most electrifying players in league history. Sanders fourth on the NFL's career rushing list with 15,269 yards in just 10 seasons, including 2,053 yards his MVP season of 1997. He was also inducted into the Hall of Fame in 2004. Sanders spent his entire career with the Lions, who selected him with the 3rd overall pick in the 1989 draft after his Heisman Trophy winning season with Oklahoma State. Last season, the Lions unveiled a statue outside of Ford Field of Sanders, the first player in franchise history to ever receive such an honor. That being said, that's it. Yeah, that's it on that news. Very
Well,
interesting.
let me just say that, dude, he did all those rushing yards on a terrible team every year. They were never good.
You don't have to tell me. I used to laugh
Yeah.
at the Lions.
Right. Dude, he was awesome. I might put him as the best ever.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I go, are you kidding me? Shall we watch the video right now? How many times he did a circle around the guy, put his 2 fingers on the ground to hold himself up. They had no line. He would go backwards 15 yards and get a 5-yard run.
And still gain 10 yards. Yep.
You guys, 3rd and 10. All right, here's the Lions, 3rd and 10. Oh, they hand up to Sanders. Like on 3rd and 10.
First down.
I would also rank Walter Payton up there. All the yards he gained with the crappy ass Bears.
The Bears were better with Jim McMahon. Heck, they won a Super Bowl, but they weren't always good. They weren't always. He was the running back. I agree, but when it came to having no help at all, Lions. I mean, the Lions were a joke. I mean, it was Barry Sanders. That's it. You know. I love
agree.
Barry. I like Walter Payton too. I like Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson didn't have any blocking. He just went forward and knocked people down. Earl Campbell.
I think Bo Jackson was more of a name than he was a super. I mean, he was good in both, but he wasn't. I don't know. I don't think he was a great running back. He was okay. I don't know his records, and I'm not here to argue about it. You know, I'm just saying. I didn't think he was a superstar like Barry Sanders, like you say. You know.
Yeah, I just think it's safe to say, considering most players that play with him said the same thing. Had he not played baseball too?
Yeah, I think that if he focused on one, but he tried to be, he tried to be that superstar in both. Now, Deion Sanders, different story. I think he played well in both, and probably
if he out, he's not a good coach.
He would have been a better baseball player if he would have spent a little more time focusing on that than he did.
Bo Jackson hit around 320 one year with 42 home runs, and actually was on the All-Star team and hit a home run in the All-Star game. And in the same year, he rushed for 240 yards against the Seahawks. Yeah, I mean, the guy could get it done, but you can't do that all the time. And I think he only lasted.
I don't know why they would wanna. I mean, I see the opportunity and I see the love of the game, but I don't know. I feel like you're killing yourself. You're burning yourself at 2 ends of the candle.
No, I just like the way he ran because you remember our boy Eric Dickerson from the Rams.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Just ran forward with those knees up in the air and literally just bang right through you.
On everybody as you were going through. Yeah.
Hey, we got 420 guys, 419.
We're ready to go. Here we go.
This production is brought to you by DHBN, WTHC Radio, and Stoner Records.
I get high. Hey, Much Sticky, it was so great to have you here at the Cup, man. You
I
rock.
get high like a mountain top when I'm harvesting my crop, and I'm marching through the fields of green. I get high like a telephone pole with lots of inspiration in my soul, and you're the prettiest daggum thing that I ever seen. Now come on and get high, baby, let's get high. Saying I'm all so high, do you wanna get high? I get high like a cloud, and I want to shout it loud that I'm proud of loving weed this way. I get high like a bird, and I'm here to spread the word that the herb is A-OK. Now come on and get high, baby, let's get high. Saying I'm all so high, do you wanna get high?
All right, welcome back to the Stoner Sports Report with me, Scott, and Skunky to my right.
Scott, let me give you some information. Right now on ESPN Plus is the Professional Fight League fights for anyone who is interested.
The PFL, cool.
Yeah.
I don't have ESPN Plus. What else?
That's all I got, dude. The golf tournament today. A fella named Tom Kim is winning at -7, and it's the Travelers Open.
Nice.
So, yeah, it's a little easier than last week's course.
Cool,
So,
cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, what do you want to talk about?
I don't know. How about listen here? Who do you think has the most Stanley Cups for a goalie?
Patrick Waugh.
I don't know.
Patrick Waugh.
Uh,
I would say Patrick Waugh, probably.
yeah, I know he came to mind. I was thinking either him or Osgood of Detroit.
That's a good one too. Yeah, I just saw something about a Gretzky something going for setting a record today.
Yeah, Connor McDavid needs, I think it's 3 points. But which would be like a goal or 2 goals and an assist. So he's 3 goals? Yeah, he's got 3 goals and 5 assists in the last 2 games. And now it's funny. I don't have the sound on, but right there on SportsCenter saying, "How can the Panthers contain Connor McDavid?" That's what we were talking about. I'm telling you, because he was a no-show in the first 3 games, so that tells me Florida can do it. What happened in game 4 and 5?
The New York Mets won 11-1 today.
Yeah, they're doing pretty well, I believe.
Over the Cubs, yeah.
Yeah, 100 now.
Cubs, so it's not.
Yeah.
Are they at 500?
I'm sorry?
I think
no, they're still under 500, 36 and 38. Getting there, though. They're getting there. As of right now, the Tampa Bay Devil Rays are leading the Pirates 1-0. The Tigers are leading the White Sox 2-0. The Diamondbacks are leading the Phillies 1-0. The Braves are leading the Yankees 3-0. The Mariners are leading the Marlins 1-0. Later tonight, we have the Dodgers and the Angels playing at 10 p.m. And of course, game tonight, the last game of the. Second could be the last game, or we could have one more.
And you know that
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Seattle Mariners are in first place in the American League West. That's good. Small market team.
Wilson and Clark top early voting for WNBA All Stars.
Hard to believe.
Do you want me to read into that any further, or we want to move on?
Well, that's up to you, but that Clark got left off of the Olympic team, but she's leading the votes in All Stars. That's kind of odd.
And she's had 3 double-doubles back-to-back, I think. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so it says Las Vegas Aces, Asia Wilson, and Indiana Fever teammates Caitlin Clark and Elijah Boston are the top 3 in early fan voting for the WNBA All-Star Game. The league announced today. The Chicago Sky's Angel Reese is another rookie, along with Clark, who is in the top 10 for fan voting. Wilson is a 2-time MVP who leads the WNBA in scoring with 27.9 points per game and rebounding 11.3 per game. Has 217,773 votes, while Clark has votes. Clark, the 2024 number 1 draft pick, who ranks 3rd in the league in assists, 6.2 average per game, is second with 216,427 votes. Boston's last season's top draft pick and rookie of the year is 3rd with 171,864 votes. It has a bunch of people here with votes because Asia Wilson's in first place, Caitlin Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Brianna Stewart, Reich, Ongo Bawali, however you say that. I apologize for blowing that name up. Ogunbali. Anyway, Sabrina Lone Angel Reese, Kelsey Plum, Nafisi Collier, and
Angel Reese is the one, if you'll remember, not last year, but 2 years ago in the girls' college finals, had to run in with Caitlin Clark. I don't know what she made a gesture about the ring or something.
Yeah, I just remember. You know what else stood out to me is when he was reading the stats. Okay, this Wilson lady, okay, she's averaging almost 28 points a game and 11 rebounds. You realize that means she's averaging a double-double a game. That's pretty impressive.
The Boston Celtics celebrated their victory with their championship parade, vowing to turn recent playoff heartbreaks into happiness. 8 months later, they toasted the franchise with the 18th championship, which becomes the signature Boston celebration, joined Friday by a huge crowd for a duck boat parade to mark the 13th championship won this century by one of the city's franchises in the 4 biggest U.S. sports leagues. The Celtics, Patriots, Red Sox, and Bruins have all commemorated championships by jumping aboard the duck boats, amphibious vehicles usually ridden by sightseeing tourists. And then it goes on some more nonsense about it. But I mean, congratulations to the Boston Celtics and everybody over there.
Yeah, you had the parade today.
I said that.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
That's all right. Here I got former Texas A&M star Darren Lewis dies at age 55 from cancer.
Yeah, never like to hear that.
Darren Lewis, the Texas A&M star who broke Eric Dickerson's Southwest Conference rushing record before addiction derailed his football career and post-football life, died Thursday from cancer. He was 55.
Wow. Way too young.
Yeah. It's only a couple of years.
That's like anytime I hear something like that.
Yeah.
So excited to hear.
Hey, I thought I read where that DeMar Hamlin had another, whatever he had. The guy from the Bills that died on the field or whatever.
Yeah,
really?
what a heart problem?
I thought he had another episode.
I didn't see anything about that, but that would be fucked up if he did.
Yeah, maybe I just didn't read into it.
Dreams Howard. Hold on, let me read it. Dreams Ryan Howard out indefinitely with left ankle injury. The Atlanta Dream guard Ryan Howard. I guess this is WNBA. Yeah, 15 points. Yeah, she's out indefinitely with a left ankle injury.
Bummer.
Auburn flips 4-star running back Henderson from Penn State. Auburn flips 4-star running back Alvin Henderson from Penn State. Gained a major in-state flip and its highest rated prospect in the 2025 class when running back Alvin Henderson, number 55 in the ESPN's 300, decommitted from Penn State and gave his verbal pledge to the Tigers on Friday. Oh,
I would assume that's probably all the NIL deal related stuff.
You think it's all because of that other stuff that everything got switched around?
Yeah, the nil. Yeah, he probably could make more money there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't know. Pretty decent.
Even got players that go to a school and don't feel they're being utilized right, and they'll go through that transfer portal and go to another school. And first I thought I didn't like it, but now honestly, since they've been doing it for a few years, I could totally get that. And I didn't realize that they work it out where, what they don't let them do. For example, you're playing just go throw it out. You're playing that CU and you want to go to Oklahoma. Well, first off, it has to be okay by the coach saying that they would, yeah. And not only that, though, you have to not only transfer all your stuff, but you even get backlogged with school because you got extra stuff to do. So it's not like they make it easy on them. Are you following me? They even more work they got to do in order to, because you still got to do you still got to do your schooling. You still got to take your test. You got to do all that stuff. There was a thing on maybe even on the E60 where they had a coach talking about. He goes, no, seriously, there are people out there that think they just transfer and it's all fine and good. No, man, there's a lot of stuff that's involved. They gotta even take tests, I think, before they even go into class and stuff like that. So I think it's good. And if you're not being utilized, and the other school's okay with you coming, I don't see a problem with that. And they do get a play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I got cyclist. If you guys know cyclist, Andrea Piccolo, suspected of carrying HGH into Italy.
Doping?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is HGH what, one of those like steroids or enhancing drugs or what?
Yeah, some sort of anti-doping authority bullshit. 23-year-old Piccolo is considered one of the up-and-coming stars of the sport. He wore the leader's red jersey for a day at the blah, blah, blah Espana last year. And he was chosen to race the Giro Italia earlier this year though he failed to finish. Yeah, anyway, he got busted for doping. Olympic gold medalist Gil Roberts gets 8 years doping suspension. Gil Roberts, a member of the U.S. gold medal winning 4x400 meter relay team in the 2016 Rio Olympics, was handed an 8-year suspension after testing positive for banned substances for a second time, said the anti-doping agency on Friday. An out-of-competition test taken by Roberts in September last year found multiple banned substances, including aspartame, which boosts muscle growth. A repeat offender, Roberts received a 16-month ban in 2022 after testing positive for androgen and aspartame. I'm probably saying those wrong. He also tested positive for banned diuretics and masking agent in 2017, but avoided suspension after successfully arguing the substances entered his body by kissing his girlfriend who was using a sinus medication and the drugs.
Right.
And it continues on. All athletes deserve a level playing field so that hard work and talents are rewarded. The USADA CEO Travis Tigert says strategic testing helps both deter doping and hold accountable for those who intentionally violate the rules. It is important that we apply full force of the rules to ensure that these actors cannot continue to corrupt sports in any level of competition. Oof. Any comments?
If he was caught twice, my guess would be whatever he's taking is helping him. I don't know.
I guess he's performing well. He must be performing well, I would think, right? You would think he would be performing something. But random testing and he failed twice, maybe? I don't know.
Right.
Not by any circumstances or not, but the next story is about the New York Jets. Except for
lay it on us.
Yeah, hey, can you speak up a tad, though, Hippie, please?
Absolutely. How's that?
Great.
Perfect.
All right, well, I had to wait for the commercial.
Well, especially going to talk about the Jets. We got to hear this. Come on.
Oh, well, you might be able to hear it because it looks like it's a video, so you might only be able to hear it anyway.
J-E-T.
I'm picking the Jets to win that division.
I'm not going to hear anything by the looks of it. Oh, maybe.
I got a new apparatus today.
Overreaction.
Yeah, here it is.
31 starting quarterbacks made their mandatory mini.
Here we go.
Aaron Rodgers, a lot of talk about
Did you hear
missing the Jets mandatory minicamp a couple of weeks ago. Graz, would it be an overreaction to say this was a bad sign?
No, it's not an overreaction. 31 starting quarterbacks made their mandatory minicamp. We don't know.
Doesn't buy it.
It's another Aaron Rodgers thing. So far in his time with the Jets, he has not made a contribution to winning, which is a phrase I borrowed from him. And he has been a distraction. Like he's been all about everything else. If he plays great and they win, then we'll forget all about it. If he doesn't, then it'll be very easy to point to this and say it was just another thing on the pile of non-football crap that has followed Aaron Rodgers around since he got to the Jets.
What do you think of this part?
You think I'm wrong.
So a camp in June has something to do with winning and losing in a regular season. He's been there every single day. Because of that.
Except the ones that were required.
Required or
mandatory.
Not, mandatory or not. He's been there doing team building. He's been there. He's done everything that you can ask him to do. Even his attempts last year to come back from an injury. You talk about his profound connection. I mean, he was taking guys out on mandates, getting guys access to plays, front seats at the Garden. He's done everything he can do as a leader. I believe that you can. I get worried about his distractions when he's away from the field.
Which he was when they were at mandatory minicamp.
But we didn't put no mic in his face.
No.
Right? So it was we didn't ask his opinions for anything.
Maybe somebody
He's going to go away. He had a scheduling conflict. Whatever he had planned, we've seen this before with other people.
CBA mandates that the mandatory minicamp are either in the first or second week of June. You know exactly when the mandatory minicamp is going to be. There's no scheduling conflict.
He had built-in PTO, Graza. He had PTO, and he decided to put to cash in those.
Can't tell me the guy's all in if he's not there when it's mandatory.
Here's the complicated part of this.
Personal
For two
time
people to
off.
be this far apart on a topic, both be right, is almost impossible. But I actually think they're both right.
Look at that.
I don't like that it worked out this way because they attached mandatory to those days.
Right.
But it does make me feel much better that he has been at everything else. If he hadn't been at everything else and it didn't come to mandatory, it would feel markedly different.
That's it.
Hippie, that's your team. What do you think about that?
I've said before, I'm okay. I think that, he's too old to be worrying about going out and practicing right now. Let him he knows how to throw the ball. He knows how to do what he's doing. He's been doing it for quite some time. Let these kids, let Tyrod Taylor get some snaps. Let these kids, the new kids, get used to what's going on, and then bring them. I mean, even if we do bring them in the last game of the that's when I want them there. Maybe the last game of preseason.
Yeah.
For
Yeah,
4 or 5 plays.
Yeah.
If he makes the 5 plays, that's better than last year.
That's what I'm hoping. Yeah.
Talking the preseason, first off, I'm with Hippie. I don't have a problem with that. Not only that, I don't think he'll play a lick. I mean, a lick in the preseason. But kicker, he is a distraction. Absolutely, 100%. That guy is odd. That guy is weird. That guy is strange. Players have called him everything from a diva. He's a strange guy, and
I feel like the not to cut you off, I'm sorry, Scott, but I feel like the media is going to be a nonstop around him everywhere he goes as well. So that's going to be a distraction for the rest of the team as well.
Let the Jets, and I honestly I totally agree with Hippie on this. Where let the Jets work with Tyrod Taylor. Aaron Rodgers been doing this.
Likely he's going to be playing half the season anyway. That's what I feel.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers has been doing this since he was 8 years old. I mean, I'm with Hippie. Are you kidding me? He doesn't need to play any. He watches enough film. He's at practices. He knows what The only thing he needs to do is stay healthy, and maybe one of the best ways to do that is to not be playing at all until the season matters. Pull
a Testaverde and sit on the bench until.
Hey, you know how much Tom Brady played in the preseason? I think honestly, in his 18-year career, I think he played a whopping total of 3 games. I mean, he never played either. I mean, when you're a guy of that stature,
you can't take that risk.
Peyton Manning didn't play in the preseason, you know. So,
right. Breaking news: Wayne Gretzky's stick in the 1988 title clincher sells for $336,000. The stick that Wayne Gretzky used for the Edmonton Oilers in the 1980 series clinching 1988 Stanley Cup Finals was purchased for $336,000, an all-time record for an NHL used hockey stick. Sotheby's announced Friday. The stick was photo matched by some dude and some other dude. Authentication certified the signature, which reads, "To Rick, best wishes, Wayne Gretzky, May 26, 1988. Sotheby's confirmed to ESPN the stick was originally in the personal collection of Rick the Stick Elschuk of Edmonton. Elschuk was a longtime employee of the Oilers since their inception as the World Hockey Association franchise team and visiting team stickman. I don't know, whatever.
About that.
22 bidders amassed 79 bids for Gretzky's stick.
Good grief.
Yeah, pretty fucked up. I got toenails for sale.
If you can afford that for a hockey stick, imagine what you could afford.
See, that's when I want to go to that guy's house and I go, "Hey, you see this rock right here in my hand? You know this actually, you know what I mean? Come up with some story."
Yeah.
Hey, you ever watch Pawn Stars? They do that all the time. A guy comes in and he's going, "Yeah, this was signed by so and so." They bring the expert in and they go, "No, it wasn't." So
New York Jets Sauce Gardner chimes in on ESPN's Stars negotiations. In a new social media post, the New York Jets star cornerback chimed in on Stephen A. Smith's contract negotiations. One of New York Jets stars is respecting negotiations of a prominent ESPN media personality. The hell is this about? What do I give a shit about? Why do I care?
What about that?
Steve, it's not one of my favorites.
That's the problem with the Jets, is they're worried about other people's bullshit and they don't take care of their own shit.
I think they're going to be okay, man.
All right, in this MLA or whatever the PFL, I mean PFL action, it says Zakura. Was that last week? Barahan Zakura puts opponent to sleep with brutal.
Hey, you guys.
Yeah.
I have a thing that not only is saying my temperature on the phone is high, it's telling me to execute.
Kill yourself?
Shoot
Execute the phone?
Shoot him.
Shoot it, Elizabeth. Shoot it.
Shoot him.
Hey, funny as hell. It's like, hey guys, I gotta execute. My phone's telling me. Hey, there are people that do whatever their phone tells them. Well, I'm thinking that if you guys are all good, maybe calling it then.
Yeah, sure. We got 15 minutes left. That's all right. I want to just mention one last thing. Ex-sumo wrestler and UFC 1 fighter dies age 56. His name was Wiley, W-I-L-Y. He was a large man. He fought at UFC. Tyler Wiley, ex-sumo wrestler who fought in UFC 1, dies at age 56. A former sumo wrestler who became known for his role as a confidential informant on both. He was a TV actor, too. He played on Hawaii Five-0 and Magnum P.I. has died. His friends and Hawaii Five-0 producer both said he was 56. Before he began acting, he was a sumo wrestler and fought on UFC 1 in 1953.
That whole thing with people in their 50s, man, that was like the theme of the day. Very
That's scaring the shit out of me. I'm 50.
Hey, what year did you say UFC 1 was?
I think it said 93, but I shut it off already, so I can't look back right this second. But we can look that up.
Tell me I got to shut my phone down. So, all right,
everybody, thank you so much for hanging with us.
Well, we'll see you guys on Monday, and we'll talk about if there's going to be a Game 7 or not. You guys have a great weekend. Peace.
Yeah, happy sports, everybody.